I'm going to be bringing you a video on my impressions of using both a Alaskan sawmill type chainsaw mill and a Timber Tough chainsaw mill. So, the Timber Tough is really cheap, 30 bucks off eBay. This is not a actual Granberg brand, this is just a, knockoff cheap Chinese brand. And this was, I believe, like 60 bucks. 60 or $80. Mated with my 562 XP 24-inch bar. This accepts up to a 32-inch bar. And I've used this one, I've used this one, and this is actually a board. After I finished getting it edged on my table saw, cutting the live edge off, this is what it produced. A nice 1.5 inch thick board after I processed it. I believe this is better for making the first cut, the first initial cut, because it is faster versus making the first cut with this, with the ladder, and then resetting your height. So if you just set your 2x6 on the log, screw it down, make your first cut with this, nice and quick, then switch over to this, you don't have to readjust. You already have your thickness already ready to go, so you switch to this. And if you got a saw hooked to this already, you got two saws, make the first cut with this with the one saw, make the rest of the cuts with the other saw and this mill. But the measurements are a little off on this, so you have to check with a tape measure. I just this is the center right here, so just put like 1.5 inch thick board in there. But they're pretty good. So, all in all, I say they both serve a good purpose. For me personally, I'll be using the Timber Tough style to make the first cut. And I do have another chainsaw, it's just not in the video. It's actually a Husqvarna Rancher 455 with a 20-inch bar. And that's what I used with this saw. It didn't have a rip and chain, just a regular old regular chain. And I liked it. And this one, for the rest of the cuts, does a very good job. Just like I said, make sure you double check your thickness when you go to use it, because these Chinese brand mills aren't super accurate on the measurement scale, which is, tip this thing over. There it is, you can see it going up each side of the post. But just make sure you double check with a tape measure or something. But would I recommend it? Oh yeah. It's cheap and easy to use once you get the hang of it. And coupled with a chainsaw mill this type, it's a great combination. And you can produce boards on this is pine. You can produce boards very efficiently, once you get the hang of it. At first you're going to be slow, but once you get more used to it, you'll get faster. I've gotten a little faster myself. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. My first impressions of both styles chainsaw mills are good, and I enjoy it. Chainsaw milling is enjoyable. It's hard work, but it is enjoyable. So if you're interested in chainsaw milling, pick you up either one of these styles of chainsaw mills and get at it. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments section. This is the 85cc Master. Y'all have a good one.